if your brand does not tell them why they should do business with you, then it's an epic fail.
Yeah, and that's your point of differentiation, right? And it's honestly, here's the sad part. It's missing from about 90% of personal brands, guys, because your brand is a whole lot more than just a photo, a logo, and a tagline.
Welcome to Be Bold Branding, where we discuss the power of differentiating yourself through your own unique story and standout personal brand.
So today's topic is all hat and no cattle. Okay, we're going to explain what we mean by that.
We are.
You have an awesome logo. The new marketing piece looks very slick. The video intro and transitions that you got from Fiverr are killer.
Yep. Your photo looks amazing on your website and the landing pages, but yet your funnel is still not working. Your phone's still not ringing off the hook. Why is that?
Yeah. Well, it could be because your brand is all hat and no cattle. Okay. What do we mean by that? We're talking about all shiny and no substance. So today we're going to discuss how personal branding is a lot more than just what's on the surface and why you may be getting little to no results, even if your market looks very shiny.
Yep. There are 4 big reasons why you're still not seeing the results, why you may be all hat and no cattle. Let's walk through each one of those in order. Number 1, your brand doesn't define the type of cattle that you're looking for. Stay with us right here. We're not calling our clients cattle. We're just using that as a metaphor, okay? So your brand doesn't define the type of cattle you're trying to herd. In other words, who are your ideal customers? Putting it into cowboy terms, what kind of cattle are you trying to herd?
Yeah. And if you don't know that, and if your brand messaging does not make that apparent, then it's a lot like trying to herd cats. They don't listen because they don't have to. Right? That's just cats. And it doesn't matter how good your marketing looks, what kind of cool name you've named your cat, they're still not going to answer, right? If you're not attracting the right cattle, not cat, but cattle.
Yep.
Right? Remember, guys, don't be a shallow Hal, okay? Looks are only surface deep. You can have an awesome looking brand, but if it doesn't jive with the brand messaging and everything makes sense and speaks to that ideal customer, then you've got reason number 1. Your brand doesn't define the type of cattle.
Yep. Very important to start there. Reason number 2, your brand doesn't showcase why you're herding that specific cattle. The why is very important to your potential customers, guys. I mean, I can't tell you this enough. Why are you trying to herd and why are you trying to reach them with what why should they listen to you? Why should they follow you? These are questions that have to be on your mind so you can answer these questions for them. Because it's surely on theirs.
It certainly is. Because here, think about it this way. If your customers are cattle, know why you do what you do, well, they have more faith and trust in you to lead them correctly. And isn't that really what a great brand is about? It's about building that trust and confidence in you to solve their problem.
Yep. Reason number 3, your brand doesn't tell them how you can offer them something that everybody else cannot offer. That you're the only person on earth that can offer them the answers to their questions or the solutions to their problem. And this is where the term, the pasture is always greener on the other side, comes into play. You got to be sure your pasture's greener. They need to come over to your pasture. And that's very important. That's reason number 3. If your brand does not tell them why they should do business with you, then and why you're different than somebody else, then it's an epic fail. Yeah,
and that is your point of differentiation, right? And it's honestly, here's the sad part. It's missing from about 90% of personal brands, guys, because your brand is a whole lot more than just a photo, a logo, and a tagline.
The 3 amigos. Don't stop at the 3 amigos. You got to have a whole much more when it comes to your brand for it to work and your ROI on your marketing to work. Remember, you've got to answer the 5 critical questions every great brand must answer, not can answer, not should answer, absolutely must answer. Who do you serve? How do you serve them? What qualifies you to serve them? How does it make their life better? And the number 1 reason, even though I counted it up, the number 1 reason is what makes you different from everyone else that's attempting to herd the same cattle.
Yeah. Okay. So number 4 is, even if you know the answers to all those questions that Michael just asked, you're not sure how to present that in your marketing. Okay. And if you're not sure how to package that idea or concept so people see you as their only solution, then it doesn't help, because we always say it's not enough to know, you have to show. Okay. So that's why number 4 is so important. You can know everything else, but if you can't show everything else, then you're right back where you started.
Yeah. And we're not talking about just throwing a bunch of useless, meaningless text in your ads, into your ads or your posts. We're talking about a well thought out, carefully considered, concise, and purposeful branding message. Because if you don't have that, that's exactly when you end up with all shiny and no substance, all hat, no cattle. Y'all with us?
Yeah. And I think they missed this the first time around, but this actually came from my aunt, the term. Now, you guys may have heard it before. I had not heard it before, and I thought it was fascinating.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was hilarious.
There was this gentleman that she knew, and she didn't really like him very much. He was
a developer that we were trying to do some business with, and we called a meeting for him, and he called the meeting, actually, and we showed up, and there was a lot of promises.
A lot of promises made. He was a very bloviating individual, and he didn't have a whole lot to back it up. Okay. In other words, all hat and no cattle. Okay. But back to the task at hand. Here's why that isn't working for you if that's your brand, right? And that's because it doesn't really matter what marketing system, what video ad package, or social media posting platform you use to get the message out there if the message is wrong.
It doesn't matter.
That's why the problem is not in your marketing. The problem is your brand. Let me repeat that. The problem is 99% of the time, the problem is not in your marketing. The problem is your brand.
Exactly. Those questions that I said earlier and the visual elements that represent what you stand for must be built before any marketing takes place if you really want success in marketing. Because if you try to market without building a brand first, you end up with either no cattle or the wrong cattle, or sporadic cattle, and that means you've wasted your time and your money. And trust me, I'm a guy that made that mistake for a very long time until I met this lovely lady right here, and she taught me what to do. I've been doing that ever since, and it's 7-figure income, guys. It works. It works if you work it.
That's right. Okay, so here's what you need to know based on that, and here's why marketing is not the problem. It is your brand, okay? Because marketing is simply getting a message out to your ideal customer using various different marketing tools and channels. Simple, right? But the message and image that you put out there on those marketing channels, well, that's your brand. So if you're not getting the result that you want, well, it's not because your logo needs a redesign or you need to buy another marketing system.
No, it's because you haven't done the branding work necessary to understand who you should be targeting and why they need you. You and your story don't relate to them that you're trying to reach. And it doesn't matter how many dancing or disappearing act videos you shoot, or how many marketing systems you buy, or how many podcasts you appear on, that the cattle won't follow you because they haven't got the right reasons to do so. And all of those things should be done. All of those marketing ideas should be done. We're not down on the marketing ideas, but if you don't do it right, you're going to waste your time and money.
Exactly. So if you are ready to put the right hat on to attract the right cattle, right? We're ready to help you guys. Yep. Just go to discussyourbrand.com. You're going to fill out a short form that'll give us more information about you. So we're really prepared to talk to you about your challenges, your needs and goals, and we can help you create a personal brand that teaches people how to treat you and is hat and cattle. Okay. Best of all, we do it all for you. And the journey's super simple. You just have to take that first step. Discussyourbrand.com.
That's all you have to do is show up and put your helmet on and put your seatbelt on, and we will take it from there.
It's a journey. We love it.
We bring value like this every week. I'm going to pause for a minute for you to hit the subscribe button so you can hear it first. Hold through the pause. Hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, and be the first for this valuable content that I learned from this lady, and we love teaching all of you across the country and in 6 other countries, I might add. And listen, the reason that we do this is all about prosperity. When we talk about prosperity here, we're not just talking about money. That's just part of it. We're talking about a full 360 of the abundant life we truly wish for every one of y'all. We know here at BrandFace that prosperity favors the bold. So we say be bold, folks, especially with your brand. especially through 2022. Okay. And thank you, Ms. Tanya.
Thank you. And thanks for joining us today, guys. All right, guys, have a wonderful day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Brought to you by BrandFace, the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe.